Agents, let's break down a question that many of you are looking into right now. How do we pay a showing assistant the right way? So if you've been juggling back-to-back showings, scrambling to prep your listings, and still fielding those just a quick minute call from clients, you already know there comes a point where doing it all yourself just doesn't scale. Hey there, I'm Bret Johnson, associate broker with Real and your host at Better Together Agents. And integrating a showing assistant can be a huge leverage point in your business. But you've got to structure the pay model smart, not just to buy back time, but to protect your income, best serve your clients, all while building a system that rewards that kind of result. Now, I'll be honest, when I used my first showing assistant, I had no clue what the right way was. I'd asked around, and guess what? 10 agents gave me 10 totally different answers. Some paid hourly, some paid per door, others paid a slice of a commission. Now, a few bypassed their broker altogether and just Venmo'd whatever they felt right. It is truly the Wild West. But what I learned is that it's not about finding the perfect one-size-fits-all model. It's about applying a few key principles that help you pick what's fair, simple, and scalable for your business. Because once you've got the framework, the path gets a whole lot clearer. So let's walk you through 3 key points that you'll want to know in order to set this up properly. So the first is that you need to define the role first. Before we talk numbers, get a crystal clear vision on, are they licensed agents working as an independent contractor, or are they unlicensed assistants handling coordination and tasks? That one choice changes everything. A licensed assistant can show properties solo, but an unlicensed one, they need you there in order to open the door, because clarity here protects your license and saves you from drama later. Now, next is you want to pick the right pay structure. You've got 3 kind of go-to models, in my opinion. Which one you use really depends on what you need help with and who you're hiring. So there's a pay per showing fee, and I typically see this run anywhere from $30 maybe to $50 a door. And it's a great choice if you need coverage just kind of here and there sporadically. Another is hourly pay. Now, this usually is $20, $35 an hour, and it can be best when you have a high volume season or you need regular support. However, be cautious about the differences of 1099 contractors versus employees, and make sure you model and consult a broker and CPA to structure properly. Now, the last model is a commission split, typically 5 to 20% of the buyer side GCI. This works well if they're licensed and really running this full time, especially with a certain client in mind. Now, each model has pros and cons, but here's the deal. If you're delegating high trust, high impact work, you want to structure to reflect that. Also, and this is big, check your state's local rules and customs. Some areas have tighter boundaries on what they can pay, especially when it comes to unlicensed folks, or how commission splits are handled with your broker. All right, so the next key point is you need to set expectations up front and in writing. Before you ever hand off a showing, lay it out. Who books the tours? Who updates the clients? Who tracks mileage and availability? Also, are they going to run comps, things like that? But put it in writing, because even if it's just a simple agreement and a Google Doc checklist, it's going to be key. That strategy will help protect awkward conversations later. Now, the last point is you need to track your ROI. This isn't just about delegation, it's about a return on investment. Your showing assistant should either save you hours to focus on more money-producing activities or give you leverage to close more deals. So you want to track how that impacts things like how many tours are they running, how many extra appointments or closings are you getting because of this. If the numbers go up and the chaos goes down, then you're winning. But if not, you need to tweak the structure and dial that in. So bringing on a showing assistant can literally shift your business overnight, but only if the setup aligns with your goals. If you want help figuring out the right model for your market, let's map it out. Call, text, email me. I will help you reverse engineer a structure so that it works for you.